Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It's Sevens action from Vancouver in Canada. It's Friday evening and we're live for the South African game up against Great Britain. It's the BLITZBOKS who won their first game, of course, against New Zealand by 21 points to 12. Great Britain defeating Ireland by 17 points to 14. So both these teams starting on a high note in the Vancouver Sevens. Of course, the BLITZBOKS coming up short in Perth, but we're almost underway for this one. And South Africa will be kicking off from right to left, hoping to make amends, of course, from their last failure, one would call it, with the expectations of the BLITZBOKS they had in Perth. South Africa will be kicking off via Selvin Davids. And we are underway, folks. It's Saturday morning. Early Saturday morning, 5 o'clock, South African Standard Time, and South Africa go deep into Great Britain's 22. But Great Britain have possession on this right-hand side, playing the blind hand side here. Keeping possession, of course, vital in the Sevens game that you make use of your possession, and Great Britain up to halfway and making their way into South Africa's half. Switching it to the left-hand side. Coming in off this left-hand touchline now. Great Britain, hot on attack here. We've started off with a bang. If you're a Great Britain supporter, they look like they're going to go in for the first score. And they do, in fact, score. It's directly from the kickoff. A couple of phases to set that up. Playing down this right-hand side. The blind side initially from the kickoff and then switching it to centre field, down the left, back inside, and Great Britain score the first try. It's heartbreak for the BLITZBOKS. Selvin Davids trying to do all he can there, but to no avail. It's Waddleton who goes in for Great Britain. Ethan Waddleton scores. The conversion, however, not successful. The score stays at 5 points to 0 with just over 5.5 minutes to play in this first half. It's all action here. Keep in mind, it's 7 minutes a half. So you've got to make use of your possession, and we saw there Great Britain take both hands on that one to score, and they again, from the restart, gather the possession. South Africa caught napping there, trying to gather the restart. They're into the 22 of the BLITZBOKS now. Great Britain want to make it 2 out of 2, of course. Crucial game for the BLITZBOKS. Still in possession, the defense have to find their shape here. Still in possession, centre field inside the 22. South Africa looking to disrupt that attack. They come down this left-hand side again. It's going to be another score for Great Britain. They hit back again. 2 tries in no time. It's Tom Williams who scores the try. First up was Ethan Waddleton, and from the restart, the ball just bounced through South Africa, caught in no man's land. And Great Britain starting like a house on fire here in Vancouver. It's Friday evening. It's the second game in Pool C. And it's the second try for Great Britain, who look to convert. It's sailing from this left-hand touchline, and it's over. South Africa have a lot of work to do. Great Britain look to restart now. It's bounced in the field of play, but gone into touch inside the South African half, just offset from their own 10-meter mark on this left-hand touchline. But just like that, 12 points to 0, Great Britain lead. South Africa have to come back with the next score. Impey Fiss has gone off with a yellow card. An infringement there, according to the referee. So South Africa down to 6. That's going to be a real challenge, although it's only for 2 minutes. That's the rules in the 7-man game. And South Africa do gather the line out, and they play from deep inside their own half, just over their 22. It's Oosthuizen who takes it up. Great Britain all over the ball, but illegally so, says the referee. A bit of reprieve there for South Africa, still inside their own half, of course, but it was Davis who just didn't show any clear daylight, according to the referee. And South Africa will have an opportunity now, and Davids decides to tap and go, working their way up to their own 10-meter mark now. South Africa still in possession. It's all a little bit frenetic at the moment. No smooth sailing for the BLITZBOKS here, with 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Pushed back inside their 22, but yeah, they break away now. It's Davids to Oosthuizen down this left-hand side. They're up to halfway. Zane Davids goes in to play scrum off. South Africa need to find space. Who's going to do it? It's Roscoe Speckman. South Africa still in possession up to the 22 of Great Britain now, but it's lost forward. South Africa couldn't hold on to it. Great Britain in possession. A wasted opportunity there. They can't do much with it, but the referee called advantage over. Great Britain knocking on there. The pass not going to hand, or not sticking, should I say. And South Africa on the 10-meter mark, about 8 meters in from this left-hand touchline, inside Great Britain's territory with the scrum opportunity. 3-on-3 here. South Africa back to their full complement of 7 players. Impie Visser back on the field. Can they find the next score here? Selvin Davids to feed. Just over a minute to play in this first half. South Africa 0, Great Britain 12. They need to score next. There's not much time left in this first half. Get themselves on the scoreboard, get that confidence going, and pull it through in the second half. It's Selvin Davids who can't get the ball out of the scrum. And Great Britain making the most of the advantage. They're away. South Africa's defense in 6s and 7s here, losing their shape for the moment. The ball is loose, but South Africa come away with it via Zane Davids. Up to halfway, it's all happening here. Oosthuizen looking for Roscoe Speckman. It's a little bit slippery underfoot, but the referee says penalty advantage. There will be time for one more play in this first half for South Africa to get on the scoreboard, trailing by those 2 early tries. And it's Selvin Davids who takes the tap kick and finds his support. Someone needs to straighten the line here. It's a little chip kick ahead. Who's got the pace to go? South Africa in this right-hand corner. Yes, it is. It's a try in the final play of the first half. It's Shilton van Wyk chipping ahead behind the defence and putting on the afterburners to score. South Africa do get their first score just on the brink of half-time. It's going to be a challenging conversion, but more importantly, it's 5 points for the BLITZBOKS. The conversion unsuccessful. That'll be half-time for the moment. Great Britain starting off with electricity in that first half from the kickoff and the subsequent restart to score those 2 tries. South Africa coming back with a try of their own. Remember, they beat the All Blacks in the opening game, but they want to secure their passage to the Cup quarter-final with a victory over Great Britain. But the same can be said for this Great Britain side, beating Ireland by 17 points to 14. But South Africa are going to need to find that little bit of potency, that little bit of accuracy come the second half. We've got a 2-minute break, folks. Don't go too far. It's 7 minutes for the BLITZBOKS to get back into this one, still trailing by 5 points to 12. We, of course, look forward to the likes in this tournament of the Antoine Dupont, the French phenom, playing in this Sevens tournament, his debut tournament, of course. Will the BLITZBOKS have to contend with him later on, come Cup quarter-final? First, they need to get past this game, their second game in Pool C. And it's all action in Vancouver. It's Friday evening. The fans out in full support as we're just about underway in the second half. Great Britain kicking off from right to left. South Africa desperate to get possession. And as I say that, can't hold on to the kickoff. It's going to be a scrum down to Great Britain. It's just those minuscule unforced errors that's been the undoing of the BLITZBOKS up to this point. Just not able to hold on to the ball there, Selvin Davids. And the 3-on-3 scrum is on here for Great Britain inside South Africans' half, just over their 10-meter mark, about 20, 30 meters in from this left-hand touchline. Great Britain with a solid scrum. They play down this left-hand side. They're up to the 22. South Africa desperate to not concede another try. Centre field again working towards this left-hand side. Great Britain in possession into the 22 now. The referee for the moment just stopping play. There is an injured player. It's someone from the Great Britain side. Slightly impeding the run of play, so the referee just calling time for the moment. Great Britain still in the lead by 12 points to 5. Tom Williams, it looks like his evening is over. Picked up some sort of injury there in contact. Time is off for the moment. Just over 5.5 minutes to play. South Africa have to score and convert to get level. And we will restart with the scrum to Great Britain just inside the South African 22, about 15 meters in from this left-hand touchline. South Africa not able to disrupt that scrum there. Great Britain get a solid feed. South Africa resolute on defense, but they have to be. The one-on-one tackle's vital. Speckman goes in there to make a nuisance of himself. Great Britain for the moment forced back. It's a handoff though. Is there an opportunity here? South Africa all over Great Britain, but it's going to be another score. Just almost held up on the line. It was just before the line. The ball was recycled. And it's Robbie Ferguson who gets the third score for Great Britain. And now it becomes desperate time. South Africa always going to play catch up from here on in. It took 2 men to bring him down. The attacking player of Great Britain and Ferguson sniping around the base to score. The conversion from this right-hand side is unsuccessful. It stays 17-5, so South Africa have to score next to get back into this game here in Vancouver. The home side, Canada, of course, fighting hard, but eventually going down to Argentina by 12 points to 10 in their game. Argentina, of course, coming off that victory against Australia in the Perth leg, showing their rich vein of form at the moment. Argentina lost Pumas. South Africa gather the restart there. But nothing comes of it for the moment. 3.5 minutes to play. Great Britain will have the feed to the scrum, so a slight fumble there. It's the accuracy we're talking about. South Africa just not able to get their hands on the ball. It's another solid scrum, and here come Great Britain, deja vu style. Looking for space. Breaking one tackle, almost up to the 22 centre field as they switch it to this blind side. Speckman goes in. Is there an opportunity? The ball rolls over the in-goal area. Relief for the moment for South Africa, but they're deep inside their own half. Time off for the moment. Great Britain lead by 17 points to 12. And one field, South Africa have to score. And score quickly to have any opportunity in this game. In possession though, South Africa, it was knocked on there. Little kick ahead from Great Britain. They couldn't hold on to the ball. South Africa will have a scrum 5 meters in from this right-hand touchline, and the referee gives them a penalty. South Africa awarded a penalty here and immediately look to kick it upfield down this right-hand touchline via Justin Geduld. Players not so in sync in this game, but for the moment they do win the line out. Is there an opportunity here for South Africa now? It's Shilton van Wyk breaking away one tackle. They're into the 22. Speckman. It's got to be now, surely. Centre field, South Africa. The referee says the ball isn't out. Great Britain over eager to play. South Africa have got to score now. With just over a minute to play, Justin Geduld. Here's an opportunity. It's going to be Impie Visser. Redeems himself after that earlier yellow card. But South Africa in under the posts. They go into double figures. Make that 17 points to 12. The conversion is good. But the heat is on now for the BLITZBOKS. I tried to level the score as a conversion to win it. But they have to take the restart first and get the ball back. 30 seconds on the clock here. In the second game of Pool C, can South Africa find an opportunity to get the ball back? Great Britain, though, do what they need to do and gather the restart. Trying to hold on to possession, running the clock down. South Africa have to find an opportunity here. And it's a penalty to the BLITZBOKS. Here's one real last opportunity, folks. On the 10-meter mark, inside Great Britain territory, trying to run the clock down. But South Africa, from that ensuing penalty, have called for a scrum. There's a real opportunity now. Time is up. Normal time on the clock is up. South Africa have to be accurate to score here. Do the basics right. Get under the posts. Level it up. Convert it and win. It sounds so easy. But it's still got to be done, South Africa. 3 on 3, 4 attackers on 4. Who can hold their poise here? In this Pool C clash, the BLITZBOKS desperate to go 2 out of 2. It's a solid scrum. And South Africa can't make anything of it. It's Emery all over the ball. They're holding on. And that will be that. South Africa go down in their second Pool C clash to Great Britain by 12 points to 17, folks. Do stay tuned. Up next is Ireland up against New Zealand. It's all action from Vancouver, but it's heartbreak for the BLITZBOKS. Until then, see you in a bit.